Hey, what's up, my people? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Coco with the Flow. You already motherfucking know. Up in this motherfucking bitch. Yo. Yes. I missed you guys like, oh my gosh. I know it's only been a couple of days, but come on. Hope you guys are good. I'm great. Thank you for asking. Thank you to everyone who watched my last videos, my story time. Thank you guys so much. You know, I love you. Thank you guys so much. I talked about how I was going to talk about sobriety in my video that I made after my hiatus. Now, in this video, I'm talking about my sobriety journey. I don't think there's a time I ever thought I would be sober, so it's also shocking to be making this video. But you know, let me just share with you guys my story, my sobriety story, and I hope you guys enjoy and learn from my experience as well. Before I get started, guys, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Alright? Why? Because it costs you nothing, and two, you ain't gonna regret it. Because it's fun over here. So basically, I'll be talking about my sobriety journey and everything and what made me get to a place where I decided to be sober. So for those who've been paying attention, I started drinking at about 13. I mean, it's not the first time I tasted alcohol. I tasted alcohol before. But the first time I tasted alcohol, like, I think it was like when I would like drink my mom's Reds from time to time. Nimeona kuna ka Reds kwa fridge. Nilikuwa ka thug. I used to take, you know what I used to do? My mom is gonna see this and do, because I was the one. That's what I used to do. You know the can of Reds? I would take it, then I would open it. I wouldn't open the whole thing, Cassie. And then I just do, my mom. So now my mom, she'll be coming home, she's like, any nibana Reds. Like, yeah, nadhani amenunua from a work ass place. Kumbe yani, I come home from a hard day of labor in school, and I just, you know, crack me up a cold one. Nimumunyo, because when it's cold, nothing was better than a nice cold Reds after a hard day of primary school, man. Good times. So basically, those are the drinks I used to like dabble in when I was younger. But the first time I had Makali, I don't know if I had started school yet. I'm not even sure how old I was, but I was really young. So our gardener at the time had left, and I decided to enter his room. And right there on his table, I saw Smirnoff, and I decided, you know what? It's time to drink, you know what I'm saying? So I decided, you know, before my evening nap, I think let me knock one out. That sounded weird. That sounded like jerk off. I said before my evening nap, let me take something to liven me up, you know, cause it's there. I'm curious. So I decided to take a swig, cause Miss Jean Dani, all alcohol is Reds. When I tell you, I took it like, you know, like a full on gulp. I said, what? It chomed my throat, went down, chomed my tumbo. I did, hey, Mungu Baba, save me. I just closed it, checked, I ran to the compound. I got on my knees. I looked to the heavens. I said, God, all my life, if you save my insides, I will never drink again. I was crying like, God, oh my gosh, who told me to drink this shit? Because now look, and then, you know, I could still feel the after effects. Because, you know, it chomas you had your tumbo. So me, as a kid, I'm thinking, that's it. There goes my insides. Because what the fuck was I thinking? How I was like, guys, so you're telling me, Annie, people drink this shit and they don't die? But anyway, since I was young, I always knew I was going to drink, because it always looked cool when you see adults do it, when you go to family functions and the guys are drinking. They always look like they're having a great time. So I just always assumed that one day I would drink, even smoke. Smoke Kwanzaa, that's the one I thought was really cool. And when I say smoke, I mean cigarettes. I just thought it just looked cool when someone smoked, especially like a pretty chick or something. I just always thought it looked so cool. And I love the smell of cigarettes. Not all the time, but there's a specific smell I love that comes from cigarettes that just makes me go, you know what I'm saying? That's how you know, anyway. I'm an addict. Like, you know, when you pass like a petrol station and you're smelling it like a fucking fiend. Now that's how I feel like when I would pass someone who would smoke a cigarette when I was younger. There's a certain smell specifically. I don't know what it is. I would be like, yeah, that's it. I always knew I was gonna smoke eventually. So when I was 13 is when I started going out, as you can see from my story time. You can check my story time of how I went to the club at 13, because that's when I started drinking. So now I just loved the effects of alcohol at that time. But you know, when I was younger, it wasn't like I was escaping my life. Not that I know of. I don't even think I could have thought that far. For me, it was just like, I feel like I'm having fun. It's cool, and I feel like an adult. Like I can hang with these guys who are in high school and even not in high school, and I just felt cool. You get what I'm saying? And also it helped with my social anxiety because when I was younger, I kind of had it. I was a confident child, and then I grew up, kind of got my insecurities and everything. But it helped me feel more comfortable. I didn't really give a shit. You get what I'm saying? Then when I turned 15, 15 is when I got my vocal issues. For those who don't know, I talked about it in my first video. I had something called a granular cell tumor. I'm not going to get into all the details because I'm going to check a video on my vocal journey. Yeah, and everything about music and everything. So I'm just gonna give you some glimpses. But you see, when I was 15, I didn't know what the problem was, and the doctor at the time also didn't know what the problem was. So for me, that was it. That was it. And I identified myself so much with my voice. So when the vocal issues came through, and especially losing purpose just made me lose it. So at 15 is when I started like drinking seriously. 16 is when I remember like I started like getting even drunk, you know, because when I was young I wasn't really getting drunk. I was getting tipsy, woohoo. Drunk is when I was 16. I mean 16 is the first time I passed out because of drinking. That was the first time I actually passed out. So basically, like I said, at 16 is when I started like drinking religiously and all that. Not religiously, but like seriously drinking, like to the point where I didn't give a fuck. Mixing, all that. Letter sorted. And I almost choked on my vomit twice at the age of 16. When I think about that now, it's just terrifying. But at that time, you know, I just didn't give a fuck because I'm escaping life. And at the time, there's also a lot of family issues. So my brain was all over the place. Alcohol, save me now. That's what I was thinking. And the choke on my vomit stories, I talked about the first one where I was in the club and my brother pulled me forward. The second time, I'm telling you, guy. So basically, my older brother saved my life twice. Because the second time, we were drinking at his girlfriend at the time when I was 16, and I was on the couch, and he said he could hear like gargling from the room, like, you know, only to find me like, you know, sat like this, and I'm like, like I could have choked on my vomit. Do you know how scary that is? But did that stop me? No, let's keep the party going, bitch. So for years, alcohol was like my tool, was like my way of dealing with life, or dealing with my depression, anxiety, any issue that comes my way, anything that was negative in any way, or even positive. I just wanted a reason to drink. It became my way to self-soothe. I started smoking cigarettes, however, in 2016 when I was 19. So the first time I smoked, I was about 11. And I said, oh, I ain't never doing that again. Because really, I didn't know how to smoke, so it choked me. Then the first time I smoked for real, I was 2016, and I was like, whoa, this is it. So when I combined alcohol and cigarettes, I was like, oh, perfect combo, slim waist, bumper. For me, that was now, I found my vice, alcohol and cigarettes. It just became my thing, as in I was known for constantly walking around with a pack of Embassy Lights. I knew smoking wasn't good for my voice, but at the time I just said, fuck it. I said, fuck it. I don't give a shit anymore. Because I felt like life was unfair that I even had a problem with my voice. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck all this shit. I'm drinking and I'm smoking and fuck it. So cut to 2021 when I went for my vocal surgeries, because there were two that year. The first one was in January, second one was in June. My doctor even told me to avoid alcohol and cigarettes, especially smoking. She said drinking, it'll get to a place, you know, you can do it, but she said you have to really hydrate. But she said if you could avoid it altogether, it would be the best thing for your healing. Miss Jeniskia, bra, because I just proceeded on. I knew it wasn't good, but self-sabotage, you know. I think also because I was used to my voice being crappy for a long time. Not crappy, but just in shambles, just with issues for a long time. It's like I was self-sabotaging. Apart from my voice, in every way, I was engaging in self-destructive habits, you know. Drinking, smoking, overeating, overindulging in food, surrounding myself with bad friends, letting myself be treated like shit by exes. Like, you know, I wasn't really taking care of myself, honestly speaking, and alcohol didn't exactly make it better. So in 2021, I also started dating my now man, and I remember during that time, you know, he could see, you know, someone from the outside doing on vizuri. So now he could see like alcohol is just like bad for me. And he would look at me like, you know, it's not good, like the way you drink. And I'm not seeing it as a problem. I'm like, nigga, like you found me like this, like what do you want? Like, but see, at the time I could not see right from left. I couldn't. And then I started realizing though, even on my own, that I would prioritize alcohol over even taking care of myself. I would think about buying something for the house. I'm like, let me figure out how to do it and budget. Time ya kukunywa hakuna budget. As in, I'll prioritize alcohol over my hair. I'll prioritize alcohol over buying new clothes, even tattoos, doing my nails, like you get, jewelry, shoes, bags, the whole shebang. I'll prioritize alcohol over that, which just to me is mind blowing. So also my man could see that and he would mention it, and I'll just be like, this guy is just immature. And also at the same time, when I think about it now, most of our arguments were mainly about my alcohol consumption or when I'm drunk. Like it was mainly alcohol related. But at that time I couldn't see. But in retrospect, is when I'm like, damn. So last year is when I got like sober for the first time, but it was involuntarily because I did not have money at the time. Things did not go as I planned business wise, and it made me very low. So I felt stuck, I felt lost, I was not in a good place mentally. And as I said before, my main vice for dealing with shit was alcohol. But you see, because I was sober at the time, it forced me to deal with things and face them head on, like with a sound mind. And I found that me dealing with things when I was sober, I would find better solutions and better tools of navigating through life and depression and sadness and grief and trauma, and it also made me realize that this alcohol even wasn't even helping me in any way, shape, or form, because it's not like these problems went away. I realized that my relationship with myself got better, my relationship with God was better, my relationship with my man was 100% better. I started feeling like I was authentically being me, who I actually am, and I was very proud of myself. Because my main thing is I wanted to be more genuine, more me, not what I assume people wanted me to be. Because like I said, in my past videos, I'm a chronic people pleaser. Hey, Oranga. I rap, you guys, you know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm a chronic people pleaser, and I'm trying to unlearn that so I can just become secure enough to not give a shit about people's opinions. So now I got to a place where I was trying to feel like myself and love myself and stand on business with myself. You know what I'm saying? I was being disciplined when it came to my goals, when it came to my YouTube channel, when it came to my weight loss, especially when I wasn't drinking. The amount of weight I lost, I drastically lost a lot of weight. Like it was even shocking. So I was just really happy with the discipline I have, the way I was being productive, and I was getting in touch with me, my inner self. I was following my intuition. My relationship with God was like this. My relationship with man, amazing. My relationship with myself, beautiful. And the more you're happy and you're living in your true self and filling your cup, the more easy it is for you to navigate in your relationships. It's better for your relationships as well. My voice was getting better. Like there was so much progress. And I know it had a lot to do with alcohol, because when I was drinking, I would smoke, but I couldn't even hum. Because it really dries up the throat. And that was really affecting me. Then I realized that when I would drink, all that progress, all those strides would just turn to shit. Everything would just go back to square one. And I could have just drank one day in a month, and it's fucked up my whole progress, and I need like 5 days to remember who I am and to get out of my groggy state. And I just got to a place where I hated drinking. And I was like, maybe I'm depressed or something, because like this ain't it. But then I realized the pattern, because let's say I would drink after like a month or like 4 months. I'll be like, why did I feel like shit? Apart from the fact that I was having some crazy ass hangovers, I was just feeling like crap every time after I drink. I feel like I'm vibrating at such a low frequency. My voice in the ear, I fucked it up. My discipline is gone. And I'm chilling with people I shouldn't be chilling with. Because also, when I'm not drinking, I really don't chill with just anyone, because I know my worth. And in my sound mind, I know I'm not going to just be around all types of energy. But when I drink, they make me who you're everybody's best friend. I got to a place that after a night of drinking, let's say there was a song I heard and I'd like it. I see it the next day when I'm sober, I don't like it. Unless the song was that fire, then, I'm going to put up with it. But I just didn't want to remember, because I felt so fake. I didn't feel authentic. I didn't feel like me. I didn't want to remember, because I felt so depressed. I got to a place I was like, damn. Even when I make a video, I'm there. I did, fun times. Oh. I didn't even want to post it on social media. I didn't even want to see it. Get out. Because I knew I got to a place, this is destructive for me. It's actually an enemy of progress in my life. And for me, I'm not the type of person to have just one drink. For me, so I was like, this ain't working for me anymore. So I knew from last year, I told myself one day I'm gonna be sober. I used to say I'm gonna get sober. I used to tell God, I'm gonna quit cigarettes, I'm gonna quit alcohol. And for me, cigarettes wasn't something that I wanted to smoke when I'm sober. When I'm sober, I don't even want a cigarette. But when I'm drinking, ooh, the feeling for a cigarette is crazy. I just knew I am gonna stop, but I just was not stopping. That's the thing. So during this year, during a night of drinking Kwanzaa, I decided to go on Instagram and start following sobriety pages. I just wrote sober and I just started following the first ones I was seeing. And so in turn, I started seeing more and more posts on my timeline about sobriety. And they were really helpful because even last year when Ron was talking about sobriety, I felt like this is what I need to do. Even Tom Holland, I was like, that's what I need to do for sure. And I just knew, but I wasn't not even ready. I didn't want to because there's no such thing as being ready when it comes to sobriety. So one day before I got sober, I decided to say, let me try regulating because I'm having a whole thing about quitting. Like it's like I don't want to. Because of force of habit, it's what I'm used to. I was scared. And I realized the main thing I was scared of was what if problems come through? What will I do? This is my solution. So I remember I tried regulating because I would drink till I get hangovers like a nonsense, So I would regulate, then the next day I feel like I don't have a hangover, but I'm not 100%. I just was like, yo, like either way, even if I regulate the night before, it's not working. And I remember getting to a place where I was asking myself, why am I fighting so hard to keep this thing in my life? It's not helping me in any way, and it's making me so sad. So, and I saw a post that said, there's never a right time to quit. There'll always be a party, there'll always be a celebration, there'll always be a wedding, there'll always be a baby shower, there'll always be a gathering. So stop giving yourself excuses and just quit. And I remember I read that and I said, man, that's what I needed to hear. So yeah, the last time I drank was with my friend, March 27th of this year. My last drinks were a margarita, a mojito, 2 tequila shots, or a tequila and a Jaeger. I'm not sure. And then 2 ciders. Those were my last drinks. And then after that, I said I'm done. So to stop drinking, they always tell you write down reasons why. So basically, these are my reasons as to why I quit alcohol. It's bad for my vocal cords. It's bad for my voice. Also, when I drink, I smoke, which makes it worse. Next reason, I really people please. And in turn, it makes me a liar. Why I say in turn it makes me a liar is because I'm chilling with people. I love you guys, man. We're homies, all that. When real sense we're just drinking buddies. Because remove alcohol. What is your middle name? What are all your names? Who's your father and mother? Where do you live? Where did you grow up? What's your favorite color? When's your birthday? I don't even know those things, but I'm over there. I love you. I get really, really shitty hangovers. I mean the worst of the worst. I drink till I get sick. And I'll be hungover the whole fucking day. I used it as an escape, only to learn that nothing ever truly goes away until you face it. I operate from a low point instead of at my highest potential. This one really hits home for me, and I think it's like this number one. I put myself in dangerous situations, also I can continue drinking. Like I will walk at night. Even if I'm with my friends or alone, ndio mimi huyo, ndio niendelee na sherehe. Let me be honest, being a woman is already terrifying. You have to think about what you're dressing, what you're wearing before you leave the house. You have to look at your surroundings every time you're walking because you never know who's following or who's just, being a woman is already scary. It's already risky. Then on top of that, I'm an alcoholic woman. Najimarinate for the predators. I'm putting myself in such vulnerable situations. And I cannot say I truly love myself when I'm doing things like that. And honest to God, I watch too much crime to be an alcoholic. Like, I can't be taking risks like this and I watch crime. Really? Next, I hang out with toxic people. People who vibrate at a low frequency. But you see, I was also vibrating at a low frequency and I was also toxic. So, obviously, birds of a feather. I tolerate shitty people and shitty environments. Also, I can drink. I turn into a peacemaker / therapist / problem solver. Instead of minding my business and keeping my peace. Maybe I'm just the problem solver, eh? Next thing you know, I'm in some shit that should not even be involved. It's not my fucking business. I pick being the life of the party over my goals, purpose, relationship with myself, relationship with my man, my health, and my voice. I'm the life of the party, eh? I'm the best. I'm over there, I'm dancing, eh? I can dance. Then the next day I'm depressed, I'm crying. Watch it. I am quick to anger and I can't regulate my emotions. Obviously, because I'm intoxicated. I don't like the way I react when I'm drunk. It's just not nice. And then when I'm sober, I get so mad at myself. I'm trying to learn how not to react. Then when I drink, that goes out the window. I mismanage my finances all the bloody motherfucking time. I get depressed, anxious, even 4 days after one night of drinking. I also experience a lot of shame and a lot of guilt because I'm very mad at myself. I'm very ashamed because I said I wasn't going to drink. I'm over there, I'm talking to my man. Before I'm crying, I'm talking about how I hate drinking and how it's affecting me and how I need to stop, and then I drink. And also, I remember when I was getting depressed because of alcohol, I was like, why am I getting depressed these days? It's like I forgot we learned this shit in school. It's a fucking depressant. And it's when I followed these sobriety pages that it hit me like, oh my gosh, this is a fucking depressant. How? Plus, I'm sure when I was younger, I probably wouldn't even want to hear it either way. But I was still drunk. I messed up my relationship with myself, my man, and God. It's crazy that I would put alcohol, something that's unhealthy, that's so bad for me, over a healthy relationship. My ego is at the forefront when I drink. I don't like it. I don't like who I become. I think that's all I have to say about that. I always lose who I am and who I'm trying to be. It makes me not care about myself. Truest form of self-neglect. Where I'm going, who I'm going with, who are those people. Naenda tu kuna pombe. Twende. Because the safety part is the one that just freaks me out. And last but not least, I am an alcoholic and I cannot stop after one drink. I didn't think I was an alcoholic. Because for me, it's not like I was drinking every day. But there was a time in my life I was drinking every day. But I didn't think I was an alcoholic because it's not like I needed to drink every day. It's not like I was a fiend and I'll sell shit for alcohol. So for me, I was like, I'm not an alcoholic. I just like to have a drink once in a while. And then the more I followed these sobriety pages, I found out what I have, which is AUD. Let me read it for you. Known as alcohol use disorder. It is when a person has uncontrolled and problematic drinking. He or she may have a health condition called AUD, alcohol use disorder, also commonly known as alcoholism, and it's usually self-diagnosable. So alcohol use disorder can be mild, moderate, or severe based on the number of symptoms or you experience. So the symptoms may include being unable to limit the amount of alcohol you drink. Can't just stop after one drink or two. Wanting to cut down on how much you drink or making unsuccessful attempts to do so. Spending a lot of time drinking, getting alcohol, or recovering from alcohol use. Feeling a strong craving or urge to drink, failing to fulfill major obligations at work, school, or home due to repeated alcohol use. Continuing to drink alcohol even though you know it's causing physical, social, work, or relationship problems. Giving up or reducing social and work activities and hobbies to use alcohol, using alcohol in situations where it's not safe, such as when driving or swimming, developing a tolerance to alcohol so you need more to feel its effect or you have a reduced effect from the same amount, experiencing withdrawal symptoms such as nausea, sweating, and shaking when you don't drink, or drinking to avoid these symptoms. So I've never really gone through withdrawal or anything, but everything except the withdrawal I've gone through. So a friend of mine actually called me when I was about like 26 days sober, and she's on a sobriety journey as well, and she told me about the I Am Sober app, and I decided to download it. By this time right now, I'm 53 days sober. I hit a milestone, which is the big 50 days, which is crazy to me. And why right now for me it's crazy is I'm being intentional about it, and I've been sober even in situations where people are having alcohol around me and I haven't drunk, so I'm very proud of myself for that one. So I'm just gonna keep you guys posted on my journey. I'm happy. I'm being myself. My relationship with myself is great. My relationship with God is great. My relationship with my man is great. My voice is getting better and better and better every day. I'll be singing content, guys. I need to get out of my comfort zone because I wanted to chat covers like on TikTok and stuff. So everything has been better. I even feel better when I wake up on Saturday and I look at the sun and it's clear and I can listen to the birds and just be of sound mind and not think, shut up. It's great. I sleep better. I feel better. My skin feels literally better. My weight loss, again, 100% is getting better. And because I'm not done yet. I remember I was like, I'm not going to post because I've only been 52 to 53 days sober. I haven't figured somewhere, but then, it's good to celebrate even the small wins. Don't let anyone tell you different. I feel like, it's not big. It's big. I'm being intentional about something and I'm following through. I'm so intentional about this that even after having something called user dreams. The user dreams, it's when you have a dream you're using. Hey, do not wake up like it's a nightmare. I wake up, I'm pissed because when you wake up, you're still in the dream. So I'm just like, okay, that's great. So I just drank, yeah. I drank again. That's fucking amazing. And when I realize it's a dream, I do. I've had 2 dreams like this. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this and give myself a hug. And I will let you guys know how it goes. Hopefully someone has learned from my story and got inspired. And also, this is not an episode to hate on people drinking alcohol. No, it's just to tell you about my journey and my experience with alcohol and why I have decided to be sober. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching this video. Do not forget to purchase bags from alcoholybeauty.ke. I love you. God bless you, and catch you guys next week. Bye.